Hey guys, I'm cooking with Jen.
So today we are going to be making one of my infamous delicious dishes, homemade mashed potatoes. Oh yes, along with a side of fresh green beans. So healthy and delicious, I kid you not. Y'all look at this little girl picking her green beans and washing those dishes. I swear she really knows what she's doing too. She just loves being in the kitchen just like her mother. But anyways, let's go ahead and get right into this recipe. Okay, so what you're gonna need for those mashed potatoes, about a half cup of milk. Like I said before, I rarely measure anything, just kind of eyeball everything, but about a half cup should be right. Sour cream. Now I use light, but if you want to use regular, then that's fine too, but I promise you, you wouldn't know the difference between light or not. It's really that good. 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter and garlic salt. Now listen, you must use some kind of garlic seasoning in this recipe. So either garlic salt, which I'm using here, or sea salt with garlic powder and parsley would be great as well. And 7 to 8 medium-sized potatoes, depending on how big your pot is. Alright, so here we go. You want to start off by peeling your potatoes. I personally like to leave some of the skin on the potatoes. It just gives it that home style look to it. But while you're doing that, go ahead and get your big pot of water and get it to a boil on high heat. The perfect way that I cut for mashed potatoes is directly down the middle vertically and then diagonal, cutting each slice into about a ½ inch or so. Okay, so when you're done cutting and your water is at a high boil, then go ahead and throw your potatoes in. Not literally, you might burn yourself. And bring your heat down to medium and then set your timer for 20 minutes. Yes, 20 minutes. And when 20 minutes is up, go ahead and remove it from the heat and drain all that water, and your potatoes should look something like this. Now you can either do it the way I do it, the old school way, with just a fork to mash them up, or you can use an actual mixer. I actually have a mixer, but have never used it. I actually have a lot of kitchen accessories that I've never even used, like a crock pot, a rice cooker. I just prefer the old school way. They didn't have rice cookers 80 years ago, and rice was bomb 80 years ago, you know? So now that your potatoes are all mashed up, go ahead and add in that milk, about a ½ cup. And then give it a good mix until your potatoes turn into mashed potatoes. Then you want to add in that sour cream. Usually I'll scoop with a spoon, but decided to scoop with a measuring scoop today so that you can get a good idea of how much that I'm using. And then go ahead and toss it in there and give it a good old whip. And then add in your 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter. And give that a little whip as well. And then add in your seasoning salt and give that a good whip. And voila! You have good old homemade mashed potatoes, baby!
Wow, this is amazing.
Alright, so let's get on to these green beans. So what you're going to need is a pot steamer, something like this. I honestly don't know what this is called, but it's a steamer for your pot. So fill your pot up with about 2 cups of water and then toss in the steamer along with the green beans. And then bring your water to a boil on high heat and then reduce it down to medium-low like this, and then put the lid on and let it steam for about 15 to 20 minutes, depending on how soft and firm you like your green beans. I love mine in between, so I leave it for 20 minutes. After that quick 15-20 minutes is up, you should be dealing with something like this right here. So what you're gonna do now is grab those green beans out of the pot and place them on some type of dish, and then you're gonna add in some EVOO, give it a good drizzle all over, and then sprinkle a little bit of salt on it and give it a good toss, and voila! There you have it, folks. Another dish so good that make you want to snack your mama. Until next time, thanks for tuning in with Cooking with Jen.